People on the Mississippi Gulf Coast look at Juneteenth differently, I think, from what others do in Texas. We know the stories. For me, being the son of a World War II veteran, I see Juneteenth from a military perspective, primarily because my father shared with me the fact that right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, you've got Civil War veterans buried in graves in Hansborough Field and in Chalmette, Louisiana at the National Cemetery. Juneteenth represents those men who were victorious winning the freedom for all Americans, but especially African Americans. It is to us a celebration of the victory. It's not just some concept of an emancipation proclamation, because pieces of paper don't make people free, and it doesn't keep people free. It is your desire, your duty to defend your freedom that keeps you free. Last Juneteenth, we had a celebration of veterans in Gulfport, particularly African American veterans, because African American veterans were not placed on the war memorials that were in every city, from Bay St. Louis all the way to Pascagoula. These war memorials still exist. They listed those men who fought in wars. And it was only in recent years, after Hurricane Katrina, that I had my father's name added to that as a World War II veteran. So last Juneteenth, we had invited veterans to come and sign, and especially African American veterans to come sign a register in a database. Now, needless to say, these are contemporaries. These are veterans of some of which were, in fact, we had one that was from World War II, but most was from the Korean conflict, Vietnam, and of course, the Desert Storm and the like. They were delighted. Many of us see Juneteenth as a rekindling of that kind of desire to defend this country and the freedoms in it. It wasn't very long ago when the former mayor came forward to apologize for the fact that African American soldiers were, by ordinance, not allowed to wear their uniform in the city of Gulfport. It was like that throughout the South. So when I look at Juneteenth, I look at it, and I stick my chest out, and I feel like I'm paying tribute to those individuals who defended me and the freedom that I have here. Because that's what happened. A lot of people, we know the story. It wasn't just about, you had enslaved folks who were there in Texas. The U.S. colored troops who showed up there showed up to make sure that the Confederates who had escaped the South, this part of the South, did not maintain the very dreadful positionings that they were doing. So it's a celebration of freedom, no less to us than, of course, the 4th of July, which is why I thought it was odd that the official name for Juneteenth is, in fact, Independence Day. It was Juneteenth, Independence Day. If you go and you look at how it's recorded, that's what it will say, and it was just so strange. But that is exactly how I see it, and that's exactly what we talk about.